Are now live. Y'all know what it is. Your boy Big Boosie in the building. We're in the building, y'all. What's good, people? All my knowledgeable people out there, man. Today I wanted to dedicate this one to a lot of my people that been rocking with me for almost 2 years now. Been holding it down. The numbers is growing. YouTube be playing with your numbers a lot, so we got to keep eyes on what YouTube be doing. Come on, YouTube, stop it. But I don't do a lot of celebrity gossip, talking crazy about celebrities like a lot of these other podcasters do, and that's why a lot of them have big numbers. So I guess people do anything for some money. I just can't fall into that realm. But it is what it is. I'm enjoying myself, having fun with the people that holds it down with me. That's all what counts. And that's why I like to say, what's up to my knowledgeable people out there. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Hit that notification button so you'll know every time that I'm up here. Please hit the like buttons on the comment. Hit the like buttons on the comment. Hit the like buttons on the comment. That's another thing, that support people with YouTube channels. So yeah, today I wanted to give back to the people that look out for me. So I wanted to buy two people lunch if y'all can answer some good questions. And while we talking, if you got an extra phone, well, you probably ain't gonna have time if you're new to the channel. But I'm doing some questions based off episodes. One episode is with me and Dame, with me talking about Dame Dash. We went to Dame Dash house, me, Webstar, my boy D Boss Warren, my sister Boss Lady. But it's up there. Dame Webstar and excuse me. And the other episode is with me interviewing DeHaven, which was one of Jay-Z longtime friends, brotherhood, that fell out. We talked about that. Then the other one is Goods the battle rapper. But yeah, before I get into that, I want to go over a few things, man, that I've been hearing out here about Kanye West. Been going crazy. Mr. Prince, what up? Well, let me rephrase that. I'm not supposed to say certain things on YouTube. Kanye West been, being outspoken again. And one thing that he said was recently that Lil Boosie is poor. Lil Boosie smells poor. And I'm like, bruh. And I don't know, man. I don't know. And Kanye is family to my bro, to Dame Dash. And he loves Dame Dash. And that's what I do know. So, Residue the Wolf, what up? Good morning to you. Always King Talk, brother. So, I want to give my respectfully opinion on certain things. Cause I was with Dame one time, and where we was at? We was in L.A. and Kanye West was around. Yeah, we was in L.A. and Kanye West was in the studio. He was in the studio with Akon brother Boo, and he was in there with Mr. Bentley. And he called Dame and told Dame to come through. So we was with Dame at Dame house. So we went to the studio with Kanye West. Mind you, to get in the studio with Kanye West, you have to sign the security is in the front. Big white guy, man. Security in the front of the studio. And they got a pad where you have to sign your social security number and your name just to get in the studio with Kanye West. Even Dame had to sign his name on there. And that's his brother. That's family. They family. And you know I'm skeptical about putting my Social Security out, but I get it. And it was a legendary moment to finally meet Kanye West on the level that he's on. Because I met Kanye West and it was just, he was Kanye West when he was just a beat maker at Rockefeller. And I had, my artist name is Rick Vocals. He's from Durham, North Carolina. We had him working with Kanye on a few things when we had him signed with Rockefeller. So, you know, we ain't think nothing of it. And so now, you know, he's at the he's basically the Michael Jackson of hip hop, man. Anybody want to challenge that or beg to differ? But he's the Michael Jackson of hip hop. So it don't. So you know, at this point, you know, I just want to say, you know, some things respectfully. And, you know, they might say a lot of people's opinions don't matter. But everybody gonna opinionate on things like that. So he's calling Lil Boosie. He smells poor. He is poor. And you know, us as a coach, and we know, I guess Kanye, you know, do shocking things. Like I said, we went to the studio. We had to sign our Social Security just to get in the studio with Kanye West. Dame Dash had to sign his Social Security and name and all that just to get in the studio with Kanye West. I want to say our address too, but you know, I would have put a fake address anyway. I should have put a fake social. I don't even know. But that's what had to happen. So we go in there. We you know, we get aside. As soon as we get aside, you see Dame, man, he went crazy. So this is how I know that he had brotherly love for Dame. And y'all know he went with Jay-Z when they broke up, but it was business purposes for those reasons. And, you know, Dame didn't stress none of that. So, you know, we're in the studio chilling. He introduced us to Mr. Bentley, introduced me to Boo. I think I met Boo one time with my homeboy T Money. T Money is one of my brothers from LA. And the Links TV, what's up, bro? But, you know, so we inside of there. Kanye, he was going over his new album. And I tell you, man, what was crazy to me, I've been in plenty studios, plenty. And I'm saying this to say this is what made Kanye different when I met him on this level. He had boxes of earplugs in the studio, I guess for different people. That's how he had to buy them, by the boxes, I guess, of earplugs that you gotta throw them, because he had to have the sound system where all the speakers is all around in the studio. All of them, every record he played, bumping. I mean, you feel it in your chest, everything. And he in the studio jumping sky high to the music. Like how you know, the white boys be doing in those mosh pits, jumping sky high in the air. That's how Kanye West is jumping in the air, listening to every song that he played. As soon as he finished, he'd be like, what y'all think about that? Y'all like that? Which, you know, he had heat. And yeah, we had the compliment. I didn't hear nothing whack. You know how most people be in the studio D-riding and all that. But I wouldn't. I'd be like, I don't know about that one, bro. But he had fire, so, you know. But my point is, he was, you know, after, you know, we finished listening to the album, he told Dame, yo, he said, man, bro, I'm glad you came, big bro. Man, I've been missing you, bro, man. You just made my day, man. I'm about to fly out. I gotta go. He was about to fly somewhere. So he was wrapping up the studio session by the time we got there, but he just went over the album with Dame because Dame got there. But he was real happy to see Dame. So I know it's genuine love with him and Dame. So my point that I'm making is I want to be respectfully or have a respectful opinion, and and I have the right to my opinion. I really don't like what he said about Lil Boosie. I don't think that that's cool, and I guess now we see Kanye for doing things for reactions. I don't see Kanye being crazy. Y'all can say what you want to say, but he say a lot of smart stuff, and he do things for a reaction, which that means he's smart and he know what he's doing, and it's calculated what he's gonna say before he said it in front of these cameras. And I don't like the fact what he said when they was trying to tell him to chill, and he's like, nah, I ain't no chill. I don't care. Whatever. I can't wait to go see my mama. It's like, damn, bro. And these are the type of words when Tupac was living was saying, like, speaking death into existence. I even think Biggie Smalls was speaking death into existence. And then we lose two of the greatest rappers that we ever had on this planet, man. To foolishness. I don't want to see Kanye get killed over no foolishness. And not saying that Lil Boosie would ever do something like that, because I don't think he's foolish to do something like that because of a reaction of what somebody else says. As long as you keep that over there, you can say whatever you want to say. But Boosie did make a response back. Kanye, you better chill. And started talking about, Kanye with the lip service to his mouth from a penis, which is another reaction. It take a real bold man to come out and say that. Because now at this point, what do we consider Kanye? A straight man, or go both ways? Maybe he did it that one time, but still, I guess it's like once you do it one time, you are definitely considered to be that's in your lifestyle now. So I don't know. Y'all gotta let me know about that one. But I don't like the fact that he called the man poor, that he say he smells poor. My thing is this: what's wrong with being poor if you don't have no choice with being poor? Everybody not fortunate to be rich. And you saying that like that's shunned upon, like as if you better than other people. That's not cool, my brother. And everybody know Lil Boosie is far from poor. Even if you don't have Kanye West money, the man building a big compound facility on his property, doing things that is, you know, considered something he building for his family whenever he ain't here. So it's not, cool to downplay another person, especially when it's not true. And see, those are the things that we call a reaction, because Boosie got a fan base that love him to death. So you say these things, and now you're gonna get attention from it. So I don't know what kind of attention Kanye looking for. I don't know, or if he just want to stay in the tabloids. But I do agree with a lot of stuff that he says about industry stuff. Y'all rappers let the industry rule y'all, and he's not going for that. So I agree to that type of stuff. But I don't agree to nobody talking about people that's poor because that's not cool. Now, some people that is poor, they have a choice because they don't want to get out and work, so they don't even count. So if you're talking about them type of people, then yeah, they need to be shunned upon and make them look at themselves in the mirror and understand that you got to get up and go outside and utilize your 24 hours a day like everybody else. Standing on the corners begging and y'all looking strong as an ox, and you could go get a job. You could go throw some boxes somewhere, pack shelves in the grocery stores, do something. Now those type of people that don't want to work, then all right, yeah, but you won't get a reaction behind nothing like that. So that's how we know it's a reaction. But I don't like that it got to be us. See, you say good things in one sentence, but then you want to say something bad about another person, which is a black brother, and we going against us. But you want us to go against the people in the industry, which is as we should. When they got us, they exploiting the gangster music and all that, and then when when we start saying something about one of people in their culture, in the higher ups in the industry, we start bringing things to the light in their culture, then it's a problem. Then they get in all that. Then then these are when you hear things of people being accused of the R word, the SA word, all of the above. They pay some money to get rid of a celebrity with a voice like Kanye's, and they still probably try to figure out how to get him brought down because he said and don't care, and he been going at them for the longest now. Nothing happened yet, but he runs around and make his rants. But speaking on the word poor or smell poor, how does poor smells? That's crazy. Jazzy Joy Barnes said, "What's poor is letting Kim Kardashian break your spirit and character while you becoming a crash out over something Ray J had." Wow, that's big. Chandra G, what's the word? That's wow. He definitely said something about why Jay-Z and them not helping him with his kids. He went on a rant about Jay-Z and his family and why Jay-Z and them not helping him with his kids. But he also went back and apologized. So I'm just trying to figure what's the main goal with what Kanye doing. If I had to sit in the room right now, I would ask him all these things, man. And I would have to dispute that word, calling somebody poor, especially if a brother ain't poor and he got a nice, uh, great following out here. Why would you want to sabotage what he got going on? If y'all had words before, then it's over with. Leave it alone. Y'all said what y'all said. But this Kanye and Lil Boosie thing is bonkers. Which from what I'm seeing, Boosie was minding his business, and Boosie is an outspoken person himself. So it ain't like he gonna sit back and stand for nobody talking about him like that. So I get it. It's a lot of crazy things going on out here. Now we got Shannon Sharpe. I was rooting for him, and things are starting to look crazy now. Once he once he had to step down, I knew things is not looking good. Not looking good. And they give him a chance to step down because really that really means you're fired. And they saying he's just suspended for right now, but normally suspensions always end up being permanent. And before I spoke the other day, the news didn't come out that he offered $10 million to this woman. Now that's crazy. But we already know that Busby, the pimp, told her, nah, he ain't taking no 10 million. We ain't taking 10 million. We got him by the BALLS now. We got him. We got him now. He offered that. And he went public and showed it. So that raised the stake of we don't need 10 million now for you to say what you said. For you to offer 10 million, that right there just raised the bar. Now, I get it. They should have put in some stipulations in there. Can't talk about it. But I guess once they denied it, they can talk about it. That's crazy. But Bubsy, the pimp, they call Bubsy the pimp. He her pimp now. Don't take that. That ain't enough money for me if you settle. I guess he did a third of what was 33 and a third, something like that. There ain't enough money. But I get it. We can't still hold him at fault with that because you had Michael Jackson settled out when they was accusing him of stuff and he didn't even do it. Allegedly, that's what they say. He didn't really do it, but he had to settle out to calm it down. You have a few people that done settle. You have people that done settle that we don't even know about. That's a fact. So I guess he was going to do that. But my thing is, if I didn't rape, excuse me, YouTube, if I didn't all word you or not, because she ain't saying he all word, they saying, she basically said he essayed her. If I didn't do none of that, I'm not offering you nothing. I'm definitely pulling the Jay-Z move. Let's go to court. Bring charges up. Because that ain't right. I can't give you my hard-earned money, man. I'm sorry, man. We just got to go to war over it. I'd rather lose all of it before I just give you anything. And I know we was just role-playing. If that's what it was, he said they was role-playing. Jazzy said offering 10 million and crashing out over a snow bunny is wow. Yeah, man, I keep saying, wow, bro, you did this over, and she's 23 now. She was 20 then. Is wow. She said, imagine how he could have helped a black community, but won't do that. Facts. And these are the things that I'm saying with Puff and all of them too. Puff offered 50 million to get out of jail. 50 million. Because you was wilding and, doing, the rumors of allegedly blowing people's cars up, hanging people out of windows because you mad at them for looking at your girl or trying to holler at your girl. All these other crazy things that really got a lot of this aroused with it, which I don't believe, that they really should have Puff in jail. So he had to raise the 50 million because of the consequences. But I'm just saying, if you got 50 million to give up, it's 50 people that's entrepreneurs out here. Just the same way you made making a band, even though it started to turn into distasteful things because of the things that he was asking people to do on there. But there could have been another show, get you 50 entrepreneurs and give them $1 million apiece and still make money off of them and let them do their projects. Pick one by one, however you may do it. That would have put money in communities and other people with jobs, and you still have made money off of it. But no, they holds onto the money, show they lavish lifestyles and planes and all that. And it's a good thing. Show off what you went and work hard for, but give back to something, man. Sneakers and shoes is cool and all that, but put some money in some people pockets that can go out there and put money in other people pockets that you want to give those shoes and shirts and hats to, and turkeys on Thanksgiving and all that. All that's a part of helping our culture. But now we take the money and we just stun on each other. That's crazy. Ray Freeman said, that's why you don't let nobody camcord you, vice versa. Paying is guilty. Then here comes all the lawsuits. Facts. I'm not giving up nothing if I didn't do nothing. I don't care. Period. That's word on everything. And I always told my young boys, man, that I was managing. I used to tell them, man, yo, stop. What they used to call it, flip the girls and all that. A lot of girls be wanting to get flipped by two men, and it ain't no secret. Jazzy say all they doing is setting someone else up, family for life, while they eat off you, while they clearly don't like you. That's a fact. Ray Freeman, big respect back, bro. But yeah, they not trying to give put money into they're not trying to put no money into what we got going on out here as a culture. But when they get locked up, or should I say when we get locked up, because we all on the same side, when it comes to this, they pick and choose who they want to put behind them bars when they want to. Like I said, I don't believe none of that stuff that they saying about Puff. The only thing I seen was Cassie. They using Cassie as a witness, but he beat on Cassie. We seen that. He need to do, get whatever his due diligence is for whooping on a lady, and then go get counseling. And if he can get counseling, we can respect him again. Everybody got downfalls and bad things, but beating on women is never good. Beating on old people is never good. You might got to spank your child, chastise them, but not whooping to hurt them. But doing things like that to harm a person, it's not good. Go get some classes on it, walk away. But what I was saying about the sex thing, if a woman says no, it's no. I'm not even gonna be up all night trying to, convince her. That's tiring. I've done that before. Be up all night, tired the next day, you ain't even getting up, but really she wanna give you some, but she gotta be a woman and don't do it, so fast, or maybe however long it's in a woman's mind and she like you and y'all like each other, she got you in the bed suffering, you gonna keep trying and trying. I'm not doing that. Once she say no, it's a wrap. I'm going to sleep. It's over. I'm not gonna keep trying and trying. That's a no-no. So for these guys to get caught up with a lot of this stuff, I'm not understanding, man, how your boy Shannon Sharpe get put in a position, and it's a lot of these guys out here dealing with a lot of young women. A lot of people just don't know it, and they just ain't getting caught. 20-year-old, and look at Shorty frame, and I'm a slim guy, but still, how you gonna would lay on her? It's like that's like a daughter, man. That wouldn't even feel right. Like she ain't built like that. Now you got some 20-year-olds that's thick, and but you could talk to them and they mental ain't even right. I wouldn't even want to lay with that. Even she's grown and you can deal with whatever age, but she ain't even 21. You can't even take her in the club. She can't even go in the club. How your girl can't go in the club? That's bugged out right there. Your girl can't go in the club with you, man. That's already like red flags of not to do. Manuel Blank said, yo, brother, nice hat. It's dope. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate that. So, Shannon Sharpe just threw himself in a real pickle, and he didn't know he was being recorded. You could tell that was a recorded audio, and you could tell it's set up. If I was a juror, I would not give that woman my vote because I could tell it's set up and it's not good. Let's go to trial with it. It is what it is. because that ain't right. That's a lie. And I would file a motion to have the full audio played. Don't play just pieces and seconds of it. But this is the crazy thing, that y'all let these women bring your career down, and then y'all just give all that money away, like Jazzy Barnes said. Y'all just give the money away, man. Because now you have no choice. That's what they say, diabolical now. That's deep, man. Now the girl get rich overnight over your hard work that you done put in for years and years. Now your career gets sabotaged. Your family being looked at crazy. Oh, that's Shannon Sharpe's uncle. That's Shannon Sharpe's kid. That's Shannon Sharpe's cousin. Now your family look crazy, and then I'll be wondering like how you feel walking in a room somewhere when there's a bunch of business people. Do it get quiet when you walk in now, or do people embrace him? But they gotta embrace him, man, because we know this a money grab. We know that tape ain't right, but it's just, that recording ain't right. Rather, it's just the fact of the matter that really got him. If that she's a young girl. If this was a little more older, more reasonable age bracket, people would be more on his side. But being that she young, it's like they swaying, not swaying on her side, but just still looking at him kind of sideways. Like, come on, bruh. And now they saying that he's trying to do things to show that he's not on the gay side. Now, if you gay, brothers, in the world there's nothing wrong with it, but in the Bible it is. But you're still a person. People are gonna love and respect you for who you are. I have gay people in my family, and I love them to death, and nobody better not put their hands on them. That's a fact. But I don't. I wouldn't hang around their lifestyle. But when we have family gatherings, of course, that's mine. Oh, welcome on in, man. Love you, cuzzo. Love you. That's a fact. So if you are something that you like doing, if you thought it was wrong, you wouldn't have to hide it. So evidently that means you think something is wrong with it. So if you think something is wrong with it, why would you partake in doing it anyway? That's like me seeing some drugs and I see everybody else dying from it, like half the people are out here already doing anyway, but I want to sneak and do it so nobody don't know that I'm doing drugs. But then I end up dying or getting sick, and now everybody know. Now I got busted thinking I was doing something on the low. That's crazy. Voltron. Who is Voltron? Oh, we got a troll. He said you was around all the millions and you was still in the PJ. Who are you talking about? Who was in the PJs, Voltron? Who was in the PJs? I'm trying to figure who he talking about. For real. But Shannon Sharpe, man, you I respected you not offering no money, man. For real. Voltron said, this little room can't be a house. Ray Freeman said, females do things off impulse. And Voltron, man, you better Google me. My name is Big Bootsie. Google that. And then you find, don't worry about what part of this is. But I like guys like you. I like guys like you. You wish this was the PJ, brother. And even if it was, I'm in a house. Or I'm in a, what they call an apartment in the PJs. You's a clown, brother. Votron. He said, you should have made enough from the streets to buy a 3-bedroom in North Carolina. F a name, where's the titles and deeds? Damn. You sad, brother. It's really people out here that's like him, man. Damn. And I'm going to entertain you for a little minute, man, because you really sad, bro. You see all these projects behind me? My name is on all of these back here, brother. You don't get these by being in the projects, son. And I ain't even got to spin this camera around and show you where I'm at right now. Because you was a fool. I don't even got to entertain you. You was a, yo, man, they really make people like this out here, man. That's sad. But anyway, I'm going to start getting my moderators up, man, and start getting rid of these clowns, man. Voltron said straight like that, if you sold boy and girl in the 80s and 90s, 2000, you should have properties. You right. That's a fact. That's the truth. Why you telling that to me for, though? That's what I want to know. I'm trying to figure that part out. Because evidently you don't know who you're talking to right now. It's impossible. And not only that, show your properties and what you talking about. It's always an empty pot that make a lot of noise. And I'm gonna make an example of you while you up here. But anyway, before I was rudely interrupted, matter of fact, I might just show you something again too. He said, Bumpy don't own no real estate in Harlem. I'm the landlord and I say rent is 20%. Who is this clown? Let me see your lighter, brother. Ray Freeman said, bro, you entertain the clown, you become the over the act. That's a fact. That's why I ain't real entertainer, but I do like to laugh at these jokesters that be up here, that be talking. But they talk what they really want to be like. You know, that's something that they really want to be like. So it's cool. Who comes on someone's channel to hate? You know they ain't about nothing. That's a fact. They ain't got nothing. That's how I know. That's why it's called an empty pot make a lot of noise. But anyway, we're going to get back to the subject at hand with these celebrities giving away all this money to these females. And there's other people out here that's entrepreneurs that they could have invested that money in, man, in real life. But now they got to go through the channels and lose the money. So that's more equity coming out of black culture that was never going to be put back into black culture if they would have never been sued or nothing. They just would have been moving on every day, money accumulating every year. And, you know, I give it to Gilly and Wallow. I see them walking around with those big checks and bringing them to people, $75,000 for food trucks, you know, Oh nah, you ain't late for free lunch. We about to get it popping in a few minutes, man. Why you got PTSD, man? So, um, we ain't putting no money into the black community, man. It'll just sit and accumulate, and they'll show their lavish lifestyles, all the above. Which I'm not against that. Show the people that inspires me, man. That's a fact. Oh, he said him and his wife used to smoke Black and Miles, but everything, no doubt. Residue said they be mad they not from Harlem. That's a fact. Can't talk. Now I can't stand the smell of smoked cigarettes. That's a good thing. He said he quit smoking Black and Miles cigarettes. Now I'm trying to quit the cigarettes. I get you, bro. You gonna get there. Somebody said, what's your name so we can Google it? Big Bootsie, Bootsie. Go Google it, brother. I pop up quick. Ray Freeman said, yo, just the thought of something. Shannon stood up to embarrassed him on their show. Didn't talk to him in 3 years. Had an interview with Skip. Then this happens. Can't cross them pilgrims, man. That's crazy. Yeah, that's deep, man. And I don't know, should I feel bad for him or not? Bro, give me some of that. I don't know, should I feel bad for him or not, man? But I can't. You know, he his own man, could do what he want to do. He didn't are nobody. He didn't, you know, that tape is bogus. But it's just another one of our black brothers being brought down, man. And it's just crazy. But we need to do better out here, man. We need to create things in different states that can create a wave. If you get 2, 3 entrepreneurs in one state and show them that you gave to them, and then that trend will start. The same way how this new trend starting, what's that? The boots on the ground trends. That's how it'll spread, like a song. It'll spread like a song spreads. Jazzy Barnes said he did or somebody. It's called the black community. I feel you. All right, explain, Jazzy. In a few minutes, we about to go ahead and do the lunch giveaway, man, because I want to give back to my people, man, that been showing me love. I do. Explain it, Jazz, how you felt that Shannon or the black community or any other celebrity or the black community. Black people, spend some money with your people. That's a fact. Oh, yeah, but I was saying how Wallow and Gilly, they give back, man. I've been watching. And those are things that I like to do. Y'all could go on my channel, go on my shorts. Y'all got to go through them. Y'all see me feeding the homeless. And I do it on the regular. Every chance I get. And that's a fact. Every chance I get, me and my team out there and give it back. We starting somewhere. We scratching the surface. But, you know, we take it one day at a time. I help my friends that is serious about their careers. I point them in the right direction, where to place this, where to put this at. I'll call up people, get their stuff on platforms that they can't get it on. And you don't even have to be my friend. If you're a person that's about business, I'm gonna help you. But it's all one hand wash the other. Now on the other token, I have a consulting company. I have to charge for certain things. And even if the price is $100, I might just charge you 50 just to get you rolling. Once you're rolling, now we got to go with my regular price. But that's what it's all about. Team working out here, man. Little cuz Rothwell said, Barnes, it's R-A-P-E. That's what the R word means. We just can't say it on YouTube. But I think it's very important that we stick together. A lot of people, once they get money, you don't see them no more. They want to hang with the people that would never let them hang with them until they got some money. And then they'll leave you over there. They'll come back and hang out with you here and there. And you know, come around with the fake love, act like they are still your boy and all that, but ain't doing nothing for you. Now, the Rico Chapman said, we love to hate each other, but we don't want to make each other rich. Right, because we like to style on each other, and that's just been our culture for years. For years. One of my main problems is always giving and giving and giving. But sometimes, man, some people is just around you and you got to try to signal it out. Some people just around you just to get something from you and don't care nothing about you. After they leave, or after you leave, they mumbling. He ain't nobody, man. He wouldn't even give me $20. Nobody don't have to give you nothing all the time. Then you got people that you will give $20 to, and then they'll come back later knowing that they owe you $20 and say, or get mad if you be like, no this time. People don't respect the word no. Residue Wolf said, one hand wash the other. Both hands wash the face. That's a fact. Lil Cuz said, always jealous of one another. Yep. Rooftop Darling said clickbait. No, if you clicked in when we first started, you would have seen we was talking about Kanye and Boosie. We on a whole nother subject right now, so it's not clickbait. You clicked in late. That's what it is. Not clickbait. You clicked in late. We talking about other things now that has to do with black culture and why we don't stick together and why we not where we should be when one of my brothers or one of my sisters get rich and get money, come back and let's make things happen. Oh, they worry about the 50. That's coming in a few seconds. I hope you got your I hope you got your history of street knowledge together. Cause we getting ready to give that 50 away. Well, I'm giving away, I'm gonna ask questions. I'm gonna split the 50 up between two people. And I'm gonna cash app it right here live for the winner, the first person that can answer it. I'm giving they winning it. I'm gonna put it in the cash app and I'm gonna show y'all that the cash app went through. And I want y'all, whoever win, to send back the cash app showing you received it. Rooftop Darling is a dude. Wow, That's crazy. Kanye West is a great leader for black people. I can agree with that. OG Bobby Johnson, peace. You already know too. Kanye West is a good leader because he's outspoken and a lot of stuff he says is factual, and he's not scared to go and step to the higher ups with what he's saying. So yes, I agree to that. But certain things that some leaders also say that they shouldn't say, and shunning upon people that is poor. You smell poor and is poor, especially when a person is not poor. But if a person is poor, help them out. How about that part? And I got respect for Kanye. But the word smell poor, that's not good. What do smelling poor look like or smell like? That's crazy. So yeah, I got the questions right here that I want to ask. So I can, buy somebody lunch. I want to split the $50 up. I want to get two people. I'm going to give people a chance to win something and go and get you a nice lunch. And I can't wait to send the Cash App over ASAP. And I'm going to show y'all what I'm talking about. Or should I say, I'm going to show y'all the answers to the questions when I ask it. And if you are right, I'm going to show you. And if you're wrong, I'm going to give y'all ample enough time to answer. But I gave y'all the 3 episodes that I might be asking questions to. I might just ask all 3, for real, for real. Lil Cuz Rothwell said, I got respect for him, but I don't think he'd make a great leader for eyes. That's just like saying Sexy Red is a great role model for the young girls. Now, we can't definitely say she's a role model for, that's a different thing for girls. Great leaders do not let their egos get the best of them. That's a fact. See, and once you play the role of being a leader, certain things you got to cut out anyway. So I would hope that if he was a good leader, that he would let that ego stuff go to the side. And a lot of other things like Lil Cuz was saying, as far as Sexy Red as a role model, but we did that. He's not like, I don't want to call her raunchy, but she does raunchy stuff, and it ain't no secret that's what she does. I don't want to disrespect her, but she definitely can't be a leader of anything. A lot of these rap females can't be leaders unless they clean up what they do and show leadership skills. So yeah. OG Bobby said he's not a leader, he's a musician with big money. That's it. That's a fact. But OG said Kanye is a punk. Well, Kanye been talking like he ain't a punk, and I've been wondering, I'm like, yo, he must got Goon Squad on deck, wherever he had the stuff he been saying. Great leaders equal self-control, discipline, and dissentment. That's a fact. So that's why I said if he can conjure up those type of skills and put that together, then maybe he could be a good leader because of the things that he do, and he's outspoken. And if he put those into the qualities of what you just said, then I think he could do it. He said punks talk trash also. Yeah, they do. But a lot of them, and then a lot of them get punched in the face fast. You be seeing them on World Star. Kanye been talking trash for a long time. We ain't seen him on World Star yet. And he said it to some of the big and most dangerous rappers. Lil Boosie is one of them. He just did this recently. Well, he said clout chasing. That's a deep word because how could this me just asking? How could a person that got clout chase clout? Now I know you could chase clout to the people that's higher than him, which would be politicians and all that. But the people he talking about, the politicians or the people that runs the industry talk crazy about them. So I can't say clout chasing them because people rappers make them look good because they put money in their pocket and they sit behind the desk and push the buttons on the computers and write with the pens, and they don't be out in front of the cameras. So I don't get that part. Kanye West really ain't trying to go there with the man, with that man, Black Power ish. I get it. Said Kanye ain't outside. I've seen videos with him outside, walking to the car, slowing down, talking to people, taking pictures. I've seen it. But he's too big to just walk in anywhere now. He can cause a ruckus. Because they'll go crazy. Imagine walking in the mall. They go crazy. T.I. walked in the mall in Durham one time. It was all over the news how the mall went crazy. They had to shut the mall down for T.I. And I'm not saying that disrespectfully because T.I. is a big artist, humongously big, and that's why that happened. I'm just saying. Primetime said Kanye is a weirdo, bro. I mean, teach his own. If that's your opinion. But a lot of weirdos are smart. Trust me. Jazzy Boss said kings and clowns both attract attention. However, the difference is kings are respected, clowns are not. Humongous facts. Jazzy be making some mean points, man. You must be over there in the dictionary. Very sharp. Kanye ain't do ish for Chicago. F out of here. Well, you have your right to your opinion on that, Bob, OG. For real, if he didn't. And well, that's the point I was just saying a few minutes ago. How the celebrities really don't do nothing with their money until they're in trouble. And then they got to spend it and give it back to the government by paying for lawyers, bail money, all of the above. When they could have did all the right things, make the moves, or even before, if that stuff was going to happen to them anyway, put some money into some black people. Give an entrepreneur $1 million, invest into them, tell them you got to give me this percentage back, and so on. That's what Shark Tank is. They put money into investors. To people that come up with ideas, and that's a smart move. We don't do none of that. We got one guy up there that's black, the FUBU dude. But yeah, Dice Domino said, he said, OG Bobby Johnson, you a clown. He's the one who introduced us to Chief Keef. Well, if he brought Chief Keef to the table, then he did something for Chicago. So we can't say he didn't do nothing for Chicago. Maybe Kanye and Boosie can do a song together. That'll be big. Maybe that's what they geared up to do. They might have been together in cahoots right there. I would love to see that song. Residue Wolf said, you said it best, big bro. Ye is the rap Michael Jackson, and that's a fact. Sonny Blocko, salute. That's a fact, man. Kanye is Michael Jackson of rap. And nobody's gonna like everything that a person do. It's just he's all over the cameras. We got people that we be around that's, popular or successful with what they do, but we don't like everything that they do and say, but we don't have no control over it. Cool. As long as it's not hurting us, All right, it is what it is. But maybe they should tighten up in certain areas, and sometimes they don't realize until something happened to them, and that's when they want to tighten up. But at the end of the day, we ain't doing nothing that's big on these reality shows like Shark Tank. That's for us, our culture. Give our black people some shine, and because there's a lot of smart black people. And then you got to stop being a person that do come up and forget your people that you was with standing right next to you before you came up. A lot of us in our culture do that. I have a lot of friends that done that before. Get accident money, then they roll around here like they drug dealers. Stupid. That's silly. As soon as they mess all the money up, now they want to be back around you. Nah, bro. Resident Wolf said, Kanye the only celeb with ultimate freedom. Yep, and that's what I said. Ain't nobody done nothing to him yet. Illuminati ain't got him yet. He keeps saying, come get me. Do what y'all want to do. I'm saying what I want to. Frankie Boo, salute. Jazzy Bourne said, you can have the talent and sense. However, you have the wrong people around you, it will definitely show, especially when you reach millionaire status. That's a fact. And that's with anything. That's with anything. When you got the wrong people around you, when you making money, period. If you was doing construction and you rich, the wrong people around you will have you doing the wrong things. And the only reason why that will happen is you still can't say they'll have you doing the wrong things. You still doing the wrong thing because the people that's around you are yes men or yes women. That's why the police, black police, don't stay police long if they open their mouth one time. Police don't respect snitches, but they want us to snitch. So even the politicians, when we got the black politicians up there, you got to ask Kiss to stay in position. So we got a long road ahead of us for us to even take charge of a lot of things. But me, I don't want no yes men around me. I'm not really with all that. That's why I always tried to make the right decisions when I made moves, when I was running with a team. Frankie Booth said, power corrupts and absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. That's a fact. Power does corrupt people with the wrong state of mind. If you have the wrong state of mind, power will corrupt you. Said Yee wilding off his meds. Joanne Laney said wilding off his meds. The industry's scared to touch him right now. He the only one ranting and raving about everything. The industry is wicked. You know, what Kanye did was put a force field around himself. And I'm meaning, like, he already outing them now and saying who gonna come do something to him. So now if something happened to him, the people is gonna be looking at them people that's saying it. Now, see, when Michael Jackson and Prince and all of them was speaking out about stuff, they said certain names, but they didn't go hard with it. And it's certain ways you got to cover yourself. He's covering himself some type of way because they, however it is, they can't catch him sitting. They can't. And if he on meds, they got Michael Jackson with meds. If I ain't mistaken, they use that doctor. So Kanye doing something right. Say Kanye ain't doing ish for Chicago, but talking all personal ish. He a clown. They killed Angie Stone, Mike, and Prince. Yeah, and it's like we gotta go with Whitney Houston, my bro Shaka just said. Um, yo, so, but you know, being in the limelight, you gotta move right. But once again, what are the celebrities doing for us? Nothing. But like Jazzy Joy said, all word, the urban community getting the money, but they good and giving good music, so we paying for something. So we can't say that they all the way are us. You know what I'm saying? We getting the good music and stuff, so we getting what we pay for. But what are we doing to help move forward? We need to, I always gave my bros a chance, man. Anybody that know me, my documentary coming out, so y'all stay tuned for it. It's coming out, and real people gonna speak. How I used to give. Go open this up. Just come back and pay me. OG said he got billions, but ain't doing nothing politically but running his effing smash jaw. OG dead serious about it. And if he didn't do nothing over there, that's deep. Joanne Laney said Whitney too, but never hear about the white famous people dying that way. That's right. Justin Bieber's situation is sad. OG said power to the people, Fred Hampton. And I started the conversation. Y'all coming chiming in with stuff that's real reality, because I'm just saying. Celebrities don't really give back. Now they'll show them, doing certain things for charities here and there. But is it real? OG said, I'm tired of these MFers with money thinking they voice. F that. Yeah, they ain't giving back though. Finesse Analyzer, Jay the only one who seems sincere with it. What part you saying Jay did that's sincere with it? I'm gonna give y'all a big one. So distribution is very powerful. Very powerful, right? You had Suge Knight, they called Dame Dash up, Jay Prince. All of them was getting together to put distribution together. They saying, why are we letting them do the distribution when we the one making the music? We can do the distribution ourselves, come up with the company and push the music worldwide ourselves. That would have been big. But they saying it was a guy in the mix. They said allegedly Jay spilled the beans on that Finesse Analyzer, which messed up the distribution that they would have had, which would have been a powerful move. Who else they said kind of spilled the beans on that? OG said Kanye talk all that black talk, but stay with white women. FOH. Yeah, we need to ask him about that. Sell out house Negro. Oh yeah, Irv Gotti was part of it. Facts. That's a fact. But it was supposed to be about healthcare. Irv was involved. He said it wasn't initially about distribution, just healthcare. Well, he said that part, but they saying he spilled the beans too. But it was about distribution. And you got to see the episode with Suge Knight talking about it too. And some other people that was just sideline people that knew about it. So what I'm saying, all that to say, Irv might have spilled the beans when the feds got him. Possibility, but I think it blew up before the feds got him. And those were one of the reasons why the feds got him, and they utilized Prince or whatever, however it may go. Mark J, big bro, many blessings to you and the family. Harlem, stand up. We in the building. What's up, Mark J? Let me see a lighter, bro. Got my brother Shock the God in here with me, man. So yeah. Yeah, Irv might have It might have blew up before that, but my point is that would have been something big and humongous for the culture that we didn't need the labels no more. But one of our people in the culture went and spilled the beans. So I don't know which one it is. I don't want to say no name. I'm allegedly saying who the names was all over the internet is saying. I'm not saying it. But why? And then we go let people that's in the higher ups in these labels put us in power and we go against our friends. Why? Why do crews get together from the bottom and, you know, when they start just handing mixtapes out themselves and then when they blow up, then when they start getting money, why they always fall out? The Locks is the longest crew lasting right now. Name a crew bigger than the Locks. They tried to claim it was Puffy who spilled the beans. Yep, they said Puff did too. And now them people done turned on him. OG said Jay ain't married no white woman. That's gangster to me, facts. No doubt. Jazzy said Judas syndrome. Now you got Muslim women, not Muslim, Indian, well, Muslim women that's of culture. No, let me rephrase that. Indian women of culture that's supposed to only marry Indian men, like black men. And the Indian people don't like that. The ones with the red dots on their head, they don't like that. I dated one. She was from um, Canada. And her father wanted, I mean, it was a basketball dude, man. If I tell y'all his name, y'all gonna know he was going crazy over her. And I met her in LA we was in Vegas at a club. Then we left from Vegas. And I knew she was with my homegirls from Durham. And we was over there. I want to say it was one of them good, it wasn't New Year's, whatever it was. And I was stationed in LA at the time. So I go to LA. She was in love with the dude. And she went with me to LA. We hung out. She came back. I flew her back to NC with me. Stayed at my house with me. The father was looking for her. Father had her signed, or however they call it, had her lined up to be with somebody in India. She didn't want to be with that person, that her father. She was being rebellious. Finesse said Puffy is foul for that. I remember Gene and Kurt Brow saying that Puffy took a stack of documents to the FBI office in New York. That's crazy. What about Shannon? He played himself. He too old for 56 with a 19-year. We just talked about that. We'll probably get back into that. Mark J said, you still looking like you 30 in that yellow Corrado. Man, he remember my car and all that. Wow. That's deep, bro. That's deep, bro. I remember that NBA chick you was dealing with. She was BAD. That's a fact. See, there's people up here that know me, so I wish the other guy come back so he could figure out who he was talking to. But yeah, her father wanted her. So, you know, I told her, man, go back and get with your family and discuss that. And you know, I didn't want to be in the middle or nothing like that. So I'm just saying that to say, if a person likes somebody, I guess it depends on the love of it. Vito still said you and Nick was knocking him down. I remember Lily from SWV and Unique. It's a fact. Lily from SWV, Vito Stills. Wow. Y'all going back on me, B. Like, wow. We used to go pick Lily up from SWV. She wasn't in SWV at the time. She always say, Boosie, I'm about to be with this group. I'm about to blow up. Me and Unique come pick me up in the mornings. We going to the Bronx and pick Lily up from her house. Come downstairs, ride with us all day. She was regularly in. Which she's so humble and a good person. When she ain't on stage, she's Leanne. Great, great, beautiful person. Mark J said, I was there for a lot. Bottom line, everything you say it's facts. That's a fact, bro. I can't make nothing up, and I don't like to lie. I ain't got time for that. Vito still said, yep, they was calling sisters with voice. Facts. Man, y'all taking me back. That's why I love my knowledgeable people, man. I remember a baby daddy spying on Unique once. Wow. Wow. Mark Jason, I remember you put the Pit Bull Broadway versus Amsterdam. Yo, y'all going crazy on me right now, man. Wow. That's deep, boy. But yeah, we used to pick Leanne up all the time, man. We used to have her like every day with us, man. Like, wow. That's deep, man. So yeah. A lot of these cats ain't really giving back, man. A lot of these cats ain't giving back. And it's sad. Until they get in the jam and then they got to spend 20, 30, 40, 50 million. And then they don't have 50 people they could have gave $1 million to. That probably would have equaled to billions of dollars. That would have made them more powerful than ever. For real. That would have made them more powerful than ever, man. And now we got to fight the white man to get out of trouble. And I'm only saying that because I got great white friends, don't get it twisted, that I love like brothers. But it's the evil ones that I don't care about. And they are the ones that's pulling the strings and lock people up illegally. They break the law to enforce the law. It's crazy. And we can't never be mad and worried about what another man prefers a choice of woman. Just still don't forget the roots where you come from. That's all I'm saying. Jazzy Bourne said the reason some coaches don't want their women marrying outside is because they want to protect their bloodlines. Certain bloodlines don't mix. Well, more blacks should practice that as well too. Joanne Laney said they got great memories of you, King. I appreciate that. Yeah, man, my bros, man, they just gave me a heartfelt moment for real. And that's what you call love, and that's what you call respect one another. Because they ain't have to say none of that. For real, for real. And that's the thing what Jazzy was just saying, ego. They don't have no egos on their shoulders. I don't have an ego on my shoulder, and I don't look at nobody no different kind of way. That's respect. That's how we keep each other up. Because the more they remind me, the more I'm going to be able to put my documentary together as well. That's a fact. For real. And that's what I like. And you know, it be people, Vito still said, that's Harlem. Never been jealous down here. Nah, never. Vito still said that hating ish was in Brooklyn. And Brooklyn dudes will tell you that. Because they in their mental when they was growing up, they learned from their OGs how to rob and stick people up. Then you had the ones that was learning the ways of hustling and getting money as well. Because I got some Brooklyn people that I love to death. That's my brothers. And was getting money and we made moves. And I got some cousins that was over there. That's their game. Yo, who you need, man? I'll come over there and I'll get them. I'll get them. Nah, we ain't doing that. So it's like, you gotta, when you can show love, man. That's the only way we gonna win out here. But to get back to what Jazzy said, yeah, they want to protect their bloodlines, but a lot of their cultures be against women, and the women want to get away from that, and they want to come into our culture because we don't do disrespectful things. We don't have boundaries with women. Certain things y'all women can't do, or y'all will get shunned upon, whipped. Let's think about that too. That don't make their bloodline special. They just want to keep their bull crap inside of what they doing. Vito still says exactly. Jay was one of them. He rubbed shoulders with them Harlem boys, Warren Dame, and he picked up our characteristics and ran with it and pushed them to the side and made separation. He's still with Warren, but made separation against Dame and Biggs right now also. And Dame is all way on okay. Y'all get ready to see it a bit. 2025 get ready to be stupid. That's what I do know. Read some, y'all. Hold on. OG Bobby said he used to come from Jersey. He said, I told you, Boosie, I used to come up from Jersey, 139th and rock with Harlem Heavy. Facts. That's McGruff and them. Big L block. That's where they was going down. Salute the 125th, the Mark 125. Facts. OG know what he talking about. Jazzy Bourne said, hating being person's blood. If you come from fly people, your light gonna shine. That's a fact. And that's where I come from. I come from giving back, making sure people is all right. That was a lot of my downfall a lot. Always giving and making sure somebody all right. And then, I bring around my mama sometimes. She be like, I don't like him. I don't, something about him. And she only been around him a few minutes. And it ends up being that way. And then my vibes be ticking sometimes about a person. I know when something ain't right. Vito said, Warren got a real Dame into that circle, man. Have a convo with him. Have a convo with Jay. Yeah, a lot of stuff. Dame tried to get back, respectfully with Jay on some business, not because he needed it. He ain't far from broke. Everybody talk that broke stuff. He ain't never been broke. When they were saying he was broke, I was at his house, one of his houses in LA. He had two. One with a big movie theater, and then one he got where he wanted to be close to his kids. And he had a big pool in the middle of it, getting massages, the chef cooking. This was when they first were saying he was broke. And I'm like, if he broke, I want to be this broke. And I don't care if you had 200 million, you're down to 10 or 20 or 30. You're living good, still, it is what it is. I was with Big Ross when he used to see Jay cop at the McDonald's. Vito said, when they took that photo 10 years ago, I thought they was back on good terms. Yeah, and Dame he's just a person that, if I love you, I love you, because he loved Jay. He don't understand why Jay even had that mental, but Jay is with, I guess, the same how DeHaven feel. And DeHaven, he grew up in DeHaven house. Y'all need to go see Marcy Maid, man. Y'all need to go see Marcy Maid. And you'll see he grew up with DeHaven. DeHaven, the one that kept people off of him. A lot of things is in that on Tubi. And if he did it to a person that was considered a real brother to him, you can never say it. And this is what we need to pay attention to. Yep, Jay is the godfather of the Dame kids. Same with DeHaven. And if I see a person treat his brother, sister, mother crazy, I'm not rocking with you like that, man. Then you smoke weed, my nigga. I got shocked to God in here, man. Yeah, but I'm not gonna smoke the weed. Shocked to God in here, y'all. That's my brother. That's my brother. He getting hype off the conversation here, man. This conversation is deep. I hate how they even talk on Dame owing him, though. I think it was miscommunication. That's a fact, because Dame said he don't remember none of that. I asked him, and David is my brother. Dame is my brother. Jay said, sometimes, guys, said Dame barked on him at Jay to ignore him. And I think Jay told Dame to bark at Dave, and he was playing both sides. I don't know how that might have went. But Dave is my bro. Dame is my bro. Hopefully we'll get that situated. Because if they come together, it's going to be powerful. And I don't want them to come together to look like they going against Jay. No, it's just two businessmen that need to do business. If Jay don't want to do business, it is what it is. Now it's at a point where Dame might have said some stuff that Jay don't like. But if Jay can forgive Nas and Nas can forgive Jay and they get together, hopefully that can happen. Copeland Restaurant, Pan, One Fish, Two Fish, Club 2Gs, the bar 145th, St. Nick with the Chinese spot near Olympia. Mark J know what he talking about. On the Grand, yeah, Olympia at the Grand Concourse. How Jay disowned his older children is beyond me. He got a beautiful daughter and grandchildren. He don't see it. And his oldest son. That's very deep. We need them to come together, but you know, they gonna say they coming together to spike Jay. Right, but we don't want that for those reasons. And if they come together and do a project, then so be it. But a project that I see that Dame and Jay and excuse me, Dame Dash and DeHaven can do is tell DeHaven's story and make it a series, like Power, because DeHaven got a powerful story where he come from, and if Jay gonna be in it, gonna have to be in it. It's just so be it. But it ain't against Jay-Z. So now a black man that got a powerful story don't get his story told because it'll look like he's doing something spiteful towards a man that's big in the industry, holds him back. That ain't fair to him. Mark J said the universe will reunite brothers together as long as we put positive vibes into it. Right, and that's what I'm speaking positive vibes into it, because I would love to see Dame get back with Jay-Z. Can y'all imagine a Rockefeller tour with him and Dame together? Vito still say, yep, you the brains behind that one. Need to make that happen because Dame got the access to a legit studio and cameras. Yeah, Dame got all the big boy cameras. Dame cameras cost $100,000 by itself. And we got a movie that we shot a couple years ago, man. Me and my brother Jay Black and my other boys, we shot it, and we probably need 20% more filming. Involved Dame play a rapper that wasn't paying his artists. It's called Coach. Y'all can go look the video up on my nephew's video. It's called Chasing Money. A music video is the song Chasing Money. We got scenes from that movie in there. And Dame play and Dame wife is in there, Rocky. She's playing in there. She get kidnapped. The white artist kidnapped her because Dame in the movie, his character he playing as a rapper wasn't paying them and wasn't putting their music out on time, and they got mad. So they kidnapped his wife, snuck into the mansion, all that. We got that movie. We only 20% left for filming. Hopefully we can get that done. They're gonna say that it's a joint directed to Jay-Z, but no, it was something that we filmed on our own. It had nothing to do with thinking about Jay-Z. And that's the point of when you are in front of these cameras and a big celebrity, they're gonna think everything is directed towards the person that you have a problem with. And that's what's another thing that is kind of holding DeHaven back with certain things, but he's pushing forward. He got some stuff that's about to come out. That's a fact. But whatever him and Dame got going on, that ain't nothing serious at all. And Dame ain't even that type of person. Dame is a loving dude if he F with you. And if he don't, he'll just ask you, if you rock with me, then I rock with you. Whatever you mad about, I don't care nothing about it. It's over. Let's make some money together. Dame, he's done it. Mark J said the Black Wall Street needs to reintroduce all us, our beautiful colored people. Let's stand up and support one another. Stop killing each other. The vibes or character just to impress someone else. Facts. Vito still said that's a fact. The Haven could have saved Math platform with a blockbuster interview, but Math waiting for that Jay interview that ain't coming now that the barbershop gone. That's deep, Vito. Facts. And DeHaven got a good spirit. Man, DeHaven he's the gullible giant, man. He's the gullible giant, man. For real, for real. Heart of gold. When he first came out, he had a lot of anger, but he really got a good spirit. Yeah, so I'm going to ask y'all some questions. Being we talking about DeHaven right now, I'm going to ask some questions, and I want to go ahead and give away some lunch money, man. I want to buy somebody lunch, man. Movies move people, whether it's positive or negative. That's what Jazzy Bond said. Facts. OG Bobby said, power to the people. Fred Hampton, we all we got. So, yeah. All right, y'all. So, I want to go ahead and being that we talking about DeHaven, if y'all watch my episode when I interviewed DeHaven, I want to see if y'all on point. And I'm going to ask the question, and I'm going to let it sit while we have a little more conversation and see who can answer it and give you time to even go and check for it. But the episode with me and DeHaven on Street Knowledge Podcast, the question is, what was DeHaven 3 morals of life when me and him was talking? And he was saying he figured it out. He figured it all out. He said, I figured these guys ain't coming to save me, man. He thought, you know, Jay-Z, all of them was going to come save him, bail money, give him bail, you know, or lawyer money. And he said he had to sit, and then he had to figure it out. And he said his morals, I'm reading it off of this because I wrote it down, his 3 morals. Vito still said he prayed to a higher power instead of praying for Jay. That was what he was talking about, but that wasn't the morals. 3 of the morals of life. But he did say he prayed to a higher power. He did say that. Vito still is close. Vito still is close. He did say he prayed to a higher power. He definitely mentioned not snitching. That's a fact. And this kind of consists of after he was talking about praying to a higher power. When he said, After he said all that stuff, he broke it down and said his 3 morals of life. After he said all of that, Vito, he said his 3 morals of life, man. I'm gonna give it a few more minutes. Vito, the only one came close to it. I'm gonna give it a few more minutes, and I'm gonna pull it up for y'all real quick so y'all will know what was really said. And I'm gonna let y'all hear what he said. He had that baby after he prayed to God to remove that Jay-Z hate he had. Yep, you Vito in the right department with it right now.
Need a free phone? Listen up. If you're on Snap,
I'm about to pull it up for y'all. Finesse said never worship the money. We're going with his 3 morals. His 3 morals. Let me pull it up. Vito Stills is the closest one, y'all. Finesse said loyalty and not betrayal. Vito, jealousy. Finesse said, and not jealousy. Remember his shorty said Jay was looking at him funny in the car. Yeah. But I'm going to play it right now.
Family, and we gonna get this money. First, and that's my morals, you know. It's God, family, and we gonna get this money.
He said God, morals. He said his morals are God, family, and getting money. Now, Vito was the closest one, man. I could have won that. Vito was the closest one. But he still wasn't correct. But being that he was the closest one, I'm going to send him $25 of that 50. Send me your Cash App right now, Vito. I'm going to send you this $25 being that you was the closest one because you definitely knew. And Finesse analyzer, he know a little as well, but he didn't get close as Vito. Where you at, Vito? Jazzy Bone said, damn, does it count? It's in my bio. Vito said, I never knew he mentioned the money. And yeah, that was when he shook my hand. Facts.
That's just my morals with it. And you know, so I'm watching your documentary, and I do want to.
Let me play it one more time. But Vito, you gotta send me your Cash App, bro. I gotta rock with you.
First, and that's my morals, you know. It's God, family, and we gonna get this money.
That's what, yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
That's just my morals with it.
And you know, so I'm watching your documentary.
So y'all know, Vito was the closest. He said a few of them, so I'ma still go ahead. Send me your cash app, Vito. I'm gonna send this right now to you, brother. I'm sending you 25, and we're gonna go. And I got another one. I gotta give another $25 away. I'm waiting for Vito cash app. So while we waiting for Vito cash app, I'm gonna ask another question to another one. All right? We're gonna go with the Dame Dash joint. The Dame Dash question is, what kind of diaper did Dame Dash say Webstar was wearing while they was joking and laughing and snapping and cracking jokes on each other? And I made sure these questions are at least like 10 minutes in. It ain't far. 5 minutes in. I didn't put it up 30 minutes, and you know, so people could just at least see something. He said Webstar was wearing a diaper. Jazzy Bond said Huggies. Nah, that ain't it, Jazz. And everybody start dying laughing. I'm gonna play it for y'all in a minute. I'm gonna give y'all some more time. Let me see. Let me get to it. I don't see nobody. Vito ain't put his cash app up, man. I need to send you this money. All right, next question. This for another winner, man. What kind of diaper did Dame Dash say Webstar was wearing? Maybe next time I'm gonna put the questions inside the description so y'all can do your research. I'm gonna cheat for y'all a little bit, man. Especially for my people that always show love, like Finesse Analyzer, but that ain't the one. He said the Snuggie diaper. Nah, Finesse, Dame and Webstar was snapping and joking on each other. And Dame said Webstar was wearing a certain kind of diaper, which he was referring to something Webstar was wearing at the time. And what start with? Yeah, Dame definitely snapped on people. That's what he do. As soon as we walked inside of the house, and they was outside in the pool, and me, Webstar, and my boy D Boss, and Warren walk in, soon as he see us, he want to start snapping and joking. And him and Webster had a snap session, so we had to film that. Finesse said, I know Kevin Hart took Dame cracking on him on his breath to heart. That's a fact. I was with Dame. We was in LA. We was in Barney's in the store. We just walked in the store. Me, Dame, his daughter, and my bro Jay Black. Look who we see coming. Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart with his girl. So 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 as we walking up, we approaching, and he see Dame, and they start talking. They gave each other a pound and all that. And Kevin Hart was wearing the Uggs that the women wear, them Ugg boots. And Dame looked down and saw them joints. It was like, yo, what you doing wearing? Yo, you wearing Uggs, man? He's like, come on, Dame, man, you're not even on. He's like, nah, B, yo, you look crazy. Yeah. He started going crazy on Kevin Hart, man. Wearing Ugg boots, man. Yo, that was wild. And I'm gonna give y'all some real life stories, man. Finesse said, yeah, he had on the Ugg boots with the heart on the bottom. It definitely wasn't the fellas edition. Nah, it wasn't no fellas edition. Those are the ones that look just like what the women wear. And we like, yo, man, why is you wearing these? Well, not we. Dame was going in on him like, yo, why is you wearing these joints, man? He was like, yo, you done bugged out, man. And Kev couldn't say nothing. He looking crazy. His girl looking at him crazy. So I'm gonna give y'all some true story, right? So my brother named Johnny, we call him Jay-Z, but he lived down here. He in Charlotte. Finesse said he ain't expect to see Dame. That's a fact. Other dudes would have gave him a pass. That's a fact. Yo, that's wild. He almost had a heart attack when he see Dame pop up. Yo, he definitely looked like that, man. Yo, Dame was going crazy on him, man. We was there for about 30 minutes. And then after that, they chopped it up. Dame went in on him for about 20. Then after that, he was chopping it up. They exchanged numbers and all that. What's another thing is what we was just talking about. A person put you in position and you blow up, get money, and you forget where you come from. And Kevin Hart almost got pulled and all that stuff with Puff and all of them. I was there when Dame put him in his first movie, Paper Soldiers. My brother Jay Black was with Dame when he went and found a comedian to play the role of Paper Soldiers. And they were standing and it was a little comedy club that they went to. And my bro Jay Black was like, yo, that one right there, yo, him, he funny. And Dame, he got off stage. Jackie Barnes said, that's worse than wearing flip-flops. That's a fact. I ain't wearing flip-flops outside. You never know when it might go down, period. That's where I come from. Analyze said, facts. Paper Soldier put him on the map. That's a fact. But Kevin only giving interviews to Jay. Right. And he haven't seen Kevin in a while then. And they had to exchange numbers then. And I'm like, yo, that's crazy, man. Brother put you on and then you just, and Jay-Z didn't even want to get in the movie Paper Soldiers. He didn't want to get in it. He wasn't doing nothing. Then he put Kevin Hart in what? Death of a Dynasty. He put him in a few joints. I was sitting with Kevin Hart going over Paper Soldiers. He was going over it, making sure that his scenes was correct, and he wanted to make sure he didn't look crazy. Me and my bro Jay Black and I can't remember the comedian dude used to be on BET all the time, Comedy View. He was in there too. Finesse said that's why Jay had that role, Sonny Dame, in that movie. Which movie had Sonny Dame? He wanted to only appear in the movie on that condition. Dame said, F it, just appear. Yeah, because, Jay-Z got caught up with the Dame get more looked at and praised because he looked like he's the brains and the boss of everything. And Jay looked like the rapper, which He was the brains. He put it together. Nobody wanted to sign Jay-Z. They said he was looking too old. So Dame was like, man, we'll do it ourselves. I'm already in the industry making some moves, trying to get in. I've got a few people here and there, da 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 da. And that's how it took off. So I'm sitting there with Kevin Hart going over his movement in that movie. State property movie. Right. Now my boy named, we call him Johnny Hanson. John Hanson. Okay, when Dame and Jay was in the car. So right after that, they exchanged numbers and all that. So we go on Barney, whatever we did, we left, break out, go back to Dame house. And after that, I want to say a year go by, a couple months go by. And my bro landed a deal for $20 million for a movie and needed Kevin Hart. And he wanted to send him the paperwork that say that Kevin Hart would be interested in doing it. Only thing he had to do was get Kevin Hart's signature. And we was cool with Kevin Hart manager. I was calling him all the time with certain things that I need for shows or booking or whatever. Anyway, I called him. I called the manager to try to, let him know we got a deal on the table for $20 million for Kevin Hart, and they wanted Dame to do the directing, and they was gonna pay Dame a couple million. We just had to get Kevin Hart to sign off on the paper, to commit. And the dude told me that this how I know, how Hollywood works. The manager told me that Kevin Hart don't even sign off on his own movies no more. He's too big inside of Hollywood that all movies got to go through this one person that sit in the office all day. And he has to approve the movie. He gave me a number and I talked to the guy. He said he's going to see, check it. I never heard back from the guy. So I had Dame calling Kevin Hart. No, I asked Dame to call him, and I told Dame, what the project was about, and they wanted him to direct it. He was like, man, he said, I'll call Kevin, but Kevin ain't trying to help nobody, man. And that blew my mind right there. Those exact words. He said, Kevin, I ain't trying to help nobody, man. He said, yeah, I seen him. He said, but I'll call him and let him know what it is. I didn't even press Dame no more about it. I talked to the management, and the homie told me that. I left it alone. We in a pickle out here, man. We don't run nothing, but we go against each other. It's crazy out here. Said that's how Jay did Jaz-O, just wanted him to appear in the video, but he gave him his assistant number. That's crazy, and Jaz-O is his boy. That's another person such as the Haven. Yeah, they be having handlers. It's a fact. I learned that. The story I just told y'all is the truth. I still got the paperwork for the $20 million deal in my email. Jaz-O realized at that point that Jay used Dame against him. And, it's sad, man. We do all this stuff for money. Jaz-O initially hated Dame, but he realized at that moment that it was Jay making the plays to X him out behind the scene facts. And, the crazy stuff is how we make other people look like they doing something to them and cause them beefs that is not really the real cause. And now they beefing. That's crazy. Nobody got the Webster answer right. I'm about to pull it up. Mark J, that's a fact. So the question was, what kind of diaper did Dame Dash say Webstar was wearing? What kind of diaper? And he was referring to something Webstar was wearing already. Mark J done went. Mark J done went and found it. I gave you enough time to go find it, man. That's a fact. Mark J, send me your cash app. But I'm going to let y'all see Mark J was right. That's what's up, man. My boy went and did his research, man. Mark J, I salute you on that. That's what's up. That's what's up. Send me your cash app right now. I respect that. I respect that. That's what's up. I got to send you that money right now. Send it on IG, baby, right now. My IG, The Real Big Boosie. BOOTSIE. We got to do that. I got one more question for y'all then, man. I want to get me one more winner, man. I want to get me one more winner, man. Because I want to give back to my people, man. All of y'all that's up here been repping with me for a while. And I respect all of y'all. And the things that I talk about is the thing that I like to actually do. I don't like to preach and don't do. I like to be about what I preach. For real, for real. Because at the end of the day, people don't understand, man. We all on one train, man. You ain't never gonna lose. You ain't never gonna lose, man. How could you? How could you? If we sticking together, man. I got it. I'm about to send this to my boy right now. My boy said the next question, he ready. I like that. Mark J on point. It's Harlem Splash, Mark J. Gotta make sure. Okay. My boy say he going 2 for 2. I'm with it. Harlem Splash. Got that cash. Harlem Splash got that cash. Okay. I sent it right on over. And this is what we do. All right. I got one more. In the Goods episode, what is the name of Goods Cologne? Where y'all at? Yeah, God bless, Mark J. Appreciate you. What is the name of Goods Cologne? Where y'all at?
Charlie play swear to God and couldn't
I'm getting it ready for y'all. Let me see. What's the name of Goods Cologne, y'all? I'm trying to get some money away, man. X Mentality said Goods Cologne was apple bottoms. Nah, that ain't it. We'll be at 5:45. I'm gonna let. What's the name of Goods Cologne, y'all? I'm waiting. I know y'all doing y'all research over there. Detroit versus everybody. He named it Cuff. I think after Cuff from Preacher Crew. Never. He better not name nothing after no Preacher Crew. That's corny as ever. Ain't nobody buying that. Never. What is the name of Goods Cologne, people? I'm waiting. We got another winner. The only winner. Mark J got it again. Mark J got it again, man. I gotta let y'all see. Mark J said slick talk level. My boy on point.
I did a slip talk leather because I never did. Boom, boom. I found the whole, whole situation what I had to find, and I made my first cologne. It came out so good to me that I wanted to put it out. Like, I want to put this out, and I just put it out, and it went like it took off. So give us the formalities of how you created that, man.
Hold up.
Give us because that's real unique, man. A lot of people need to understand that. Yeah, how you get into the formalities of creating it. Well, I actually found a lady I was dealing with that I found the lady that was
Hold up, y'all. My bad.
doing it. It's all from my hands. I'm putting shit together. Wow. And I came up with the first scent called Slip Talk Leather. I did a Slip Talk Leather because I never did. Out of all the scents I had, and this was beginning, and this is early in the game. I probably had like 20 cents at the time, which is still a lot. But I had like 20 colognes of my own. Right. And I didn't have not one leather scent at this time.
Mark J won again, y'all. Y'all gotta do your research on this on Street Knowledge Podcast, man. Y'all gotta do catch up because every Friday I'm coming up here 10 in the morning and I'm giving away some money. I might pay a light bill. We giving away clothes. Man, listen. I gotta go to send this money. Mark J, boy, you on point. Yeah, it's at the beginning of the video, and I did that because I didn't want people to have to go too far in the video. I didn't want to try to make it all real strategic and all that. I wanted people to win. I want to give back, man. For real. I want, y'all every time I come up here, y'all support me, so I want to give something back for real. Mark J said, I'm for it all. I'm getting it all. I ain't mad at you. That, as you should. Get to it. Let me send my bro this money. And yo, and take a screenshot and send me both the cash apps to my IG too. Cause I want to post it and show people, you know what I'm saying, that you won. So people know that this is real reality. Once again, to the winner. He won again, y'all. So, you know, you got a beautiful young lady somewhere, take her out to lunch on me, brother. Take yourself out to lunch on me. Take your mother out to lunch on me. Take your kids out to lunch on me. For real. As we should. You know what I'm saying? And he done screenshotted me that he received it. That's one, and that's the other one. I can't help it. He did his homework, his research. Y'all see it up there. He said sent it, and now I got it. And this is what we doing. We're going to do this every Friday, man. If I ain't tired and I wake up, if I don't do it on the Friday, then I'm going to do it on another day. That's just how it go. Period. OG Bobby Johnson said, that's peace, Boosie. You already, yeah, facts. I appreciate you also, man. Mark J says, slow money is always good money. I like how you think. I always tell them, the turtle win the race. Always. Y'all be thinking that fast money, that's the life we used to live. That's the life and the thought process we used to have. If we know we can make 10,000 a day, we want it today. But if I can make 10,000 in 30 days, I'm happy. You space out what you do, your daily balance of your bills, your everything, your food intake, your everything. And that's how you create to making 10,000 a day legally. But slow roll it until you figure it out. We had to figure this out the hard way. A lot of us went to jail with life sentences, came home, thank God. Some went did 10, 20, 30 years, all of the above, man. The turtle always win the race. Slow motion better than no motion. That's a fact. Let me see that Shock. Shock said, this the picture y'all need to see, man. Hold up, pull it back and where it went. Mark J said, big blessings to Big Brother for always looking out for his people. That's a fact, man. We all we got, bro. For real. We got to do this together, man. Y'all up here support me, why I'm not going to support y'all if I can. The turtle win the race, y'all. That's the turtle win the race picture. Like my boy just said, man. Facts. But that's what it's all about, y'all. My boy dropped his phone the other day, excused his phone, but we had to get that point across. Turtle win the race. Ain't no speeding just to get some money, because you always gonna crash. And that's a fact. So yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. Your boy Big Boosie. If you're new up here, please subscribe. Hit that like button. Please hit that like button. Hit that notification button so you know when I'm up here. I got things to do. And that's a fact. Appreciate you, Mark J, as well. For real. Got things to do, y'all. I'm going to see y'all in a few minutes. Your boy Big Boosie signing out. Peace.